You are down with.
Yo, Dave.
What up?
Drop the beat.
We like it old school.
Tuesday night.
What you listening to?
The brothers from the 818.
91331.
Pacoima, California.
What's up, Dave?
What's up, Caleb? Real and relevant conversation.
No script.
We invite you into our conversation.
What's going on, people?
You are down with.
The brothers from the 818.
You are down with.
Down with. What's going on, people? What's going on? You are back with the brothers from the 818. My name is Dave, as you know, and I'm kicking it with my man Caleb. What's going on with you?
Hey, man. Dave. Happy to be back. I want to say I'm out of shape. Let me do my check-in, man. I'm out of shape.
You go. Welcome to the club. But go ahead.
Tonight's going to be fun, man. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. I went for a hike with a friend. Okay. 5-6 miles. Ankle swole up. Back hurting, right? Out of shape. All right, that's enough about that, man. I'm out of shape. Super Bowl.
49 and some change. That's all.
Yeah. The Super Bowl. It's kind of boring, man, but Tom Brady, he got another one. A lot of people that are questioning his greatness. He's a systems quarterback. He got 7 rings, man. He got more rings than any organization that ever done it. So give the man some credit, man. Last thing I'll say, and my check-in, is that I took advantage of the 20% off this weekend and got me some merch. I'm really excited about that because I customized some things. I checked and it's already shipped. I purchased it on Saturday. It's already shipped, and I can't wait to get it. Man, let me show you my shirt, man, for Valentine's Day.
What you got? Your wife, my wife.
Right.
Respect.
Right.
Yeah. If I was married to my girlfriend, you don't know how accurate that would be. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. The one symbol represents like what you'll see on your standard bathroom. The other one is a silhouette of a woman holding a M2. And I'm reminded that I'm a military spouse because at least once a month, because she's in the reserve. So yeah, man, I'm rocking that. How's everything with you?
Man, I love that shirt. About the same. I enjoyed the Super Bowl just because I really wanted Brady to teach the youngster a lesson. Now, I'm a Chiefs fan. I'm not diehard. I'm a Raider fan. You know that. But I love the AFC. So I'm always going to go for the AFC. But that man's 43 years old. He already has 6 Super Bowl rings. He's doing stuff in the NFL. In the NFL years, he's like 250, 275, right? And so
dog years.
I gotta vote for the old man. And he went in there and he did the thing. And I was just more than pleased, man. I was a little bitter because, we do Super Bowl pools. Man, I had 0-0 and 0-7. Didn't win nothing. I was like, how do you go into a Super Bowl pool with 0-0-0-7 and walk out empty-handed? Well, I'll show you. I did it. And so it wasn't really cool about that. Did pick up some merch. I got the official Brothers from the 818 logo rocking.
I love that.
It goes away as soon as I move.
Right.
It's there. Rocking the official Brothers from the 818 logo, and picked up some other stuff and, let some other people know. And so for anybody checking this out, check this. We already talked about, what the merch means to us. This is not a money-making venture for us. This is not about us getting in your pockets. I really went after people who was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get something anyway. And I was like, well, if you get it today, it's 20% off. And if you don't, you don't. I mean, I'm not really tripping either way, but I know a lot of people have expressed that they want to support us, and I want to give them opportunities. And I'll continue to give you opportunities as those things show up or as we get new product. But it's really no pressure. I don't want somebody to feel like they gotta duck me or duck Caleb. Hey, I know I said I was gonna buy something, but I ain't got around to it. Man, it's all good. I am not tripping off of what you buy and what you don't. I will give you a whole lot of props and a whole lot of love if you do, and especially if you send me a picture of it. You know, I'll post it. If you want to be a model on the website, I'll let you do that too, right? And so I just really want to spread the love and let people know that the brothers from the 818 are here.
Right. I wanted to add, I should have put this in my check-in. Man, last week was pretty powerful, man. I really enjoyed having Alan Michael on and talking about his story. I was thinking about just his journey, and it was incredible, man. I'm glad we was able to get him on. There's so much gratitude because I've been knowing him for so long, and there was so much in that episode that was new to me.
More than a handful of people gave me the same comment. No words. No words, man. And because he said it in the episode, he was like, how many opportunities do you have for brothers to have this type of conversation?
Right.
And that's the real. And I think, honestly, you and I get spoiled by it. It's like you used to send me like an old school track, right? And I'd be like, man, that's all I listen to is old school. So I'm kind of not jaded, but I was listening to this morning. This is like a new track for me. And so you and we have those deep conversations, but to get somebody else involved and to go to that deep and then be able to share that with the people who's watching us, our fans, our community, new listeners, new viewers, it's just powerful, man. And that's all I'm here for. We can continue to spread that word in a social conscious way, you know, then we've done our job, and I'm gonna keep sleeping well at night. I'm gonna sleep well at night anyway, but I'm gonna definitely keep doing it, knowing we're doing our part.
There it is, man. All right.
Yo, man, good to see you as always. I don't feel like I got to chop it up with you much since last week. It's been busy, you know, and that's how life is. We know we always got this podcast night to knock it out and do our thing, and so that's always cool. I saw Big P, Ernest, earlier. I told him you said, what's up? I showed him the clip from last week when I said the dude called him Ernie. And he was like, I call you Ernie. And he was like, not again. And so we all had a good laugh about that. But he told me to tell you what's up. And he's looking forward to getting back in here. And so, so that's what's up, man. So tonight, man, you know, by the time people see this, we're going to be celebrating, not you and I, but people are going to be in the mode of celebrating Valentine's Day. So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that real quick. Just, you know, what does Valentine's Day mean to you? What does it mean to me? And, you know, I don't know if you want to go first, you want me to go first, you know, when after I go, we might have a lot of ladies that be like, click, I ain't watching this show no more. Because I got real hard feelings towards Valentine's Day. But, you know, I just want to speak on that a little bit, and God willing, we can have some fun with this conversation. You down with that?
Yeah, let's do it, man. You go ahead and start.
Want me to start? So, Valentine's Day is BS, man. I'm just gonna say it up right? I don't like Valentine's Day. I don't like what it represents. I don't like the commercialism of it. I don't like how the same flowers you bought last week are 4 times the cost. There's nothing about Valentine's Day that I am down with now, or that I like. Now, I say that because I don't believe that I should go out of my way to do something special for my woman one day out of the year, right? If I love her like that, if we in that mode, if she's my woman, really, I mean, because I'm not just spending time with just anybody, but if she in my life like that, or let's talk about Ilana, right? As far as Ilana goes, I don't want to celebrate her one day out of the year, right? I want to show her my love every day. And it doesn't have to be a grand gesture, or sometimes it is. I do flowers because it's Tuesday, or because I was thinking about her, or I send her a lunch or pick her up for lunch because that's what I felt like doing on that day. I celebrate her all the time. Now, when I told her that, she was like, you're right, I love that about you, but I'm still expecting something on Valentine's Day. And, and I get that. And again, I don't let Valentine's Day go by because, you know, people are at home and now this, that, and the other. But I ain't gonna let my woman be the only woman in the office not getting roses on Valentine's Day. I'm not gonna let her the only one that's not getting celebrated. I'll celebrate it, but I'm like, I think it's a farce that we have to on, or there's an expectation that we have to on that day, right? And then secondly, how much of that is turned around towards us? I'm gonna pause right there. Go. What you think about Valentine's Day? We just lost half our membership. They're like, click, unsubscribe, all kind of stuff. But go ahead. I'll bring it back.
You went on for like a minute or two, and then you said, and secondly, like, man, that's all one thing. That's funny. Wow, man. So, I keep it real, man. You just kept it real. The flowers, the Hallmark cards, the commercialism. I've never been a fan of it. And I don't need a day for someone to tell me that this is the time for you to celebrate your Valentine, your woman, right? Let me see. What else do you said a lot, man. I don't even play the game, but I'm glad that I married my bride who also feels the same way. Like those roses that you're going to buy, they're going to be dead in a week, right? And you're going to drop, like you said, double the price, right? You're going to drop 60, 100, 120 on some nice roses because you don't want your lady to miss out. Me and my wife, we don't play that game, right? We try to do something, and she did something for us this year. And now I feel like I need to do something for us this year, but it's not any of the commercial stuff. So maybe we'll talk about that. Maybe we won't. But that was cool, man. I'm glad that we are talking about this because how you ended, like Valentine's is really a day for men. I think men to celebrate their ladies, and there's no equity in Valentine's Day, in my opinion. And I've been around for a long time, and Valentine's Day has come around every year, and I always feel the pressure. But again, I'm blessed to be in this relationship where she lightens that load a little bit.
I hear that. I respect that. Wow, you don't have to play the game. I'm impressed. I can't think of a relationship that I've been in the last, I don't know, let's call it 20 years, where at some point in the beginning of the relationship, the woman said to me, I think flowers are a waste of money, right? So, last 20 years I've been in 2-3 relationships, and each one of them said, flowers are a waste of money. And and I took that to heart. I was like, check, no flowers, right? But that's not what that means. That's not what that means at all.
Hey, by the way, because you about to get into it and say that's not what it means. I give my wife flowers too, but it's not. Usually it's not on Valentine's Day. It's when I feel like it, right? It's not because of the day coming around annually, right? Go ahead, man. I'm sorry to interrupt.
I was checked on it once because I hadn't bought flowers in a while, and it's like, you never bought me flowers. You said you don't like flowers. I never said I didn't like flowers. I said flowers is a waste of money. I would like flowers. And I was just like, oh, because I'm a wordsmith, because I believe in the power of words, I was like, I hear that. Got it. Let me file that one away. So let me just say this, and I'm just going to be real because, again, I don't want people hating on me as that cheap, blah, 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 blah. He don't do this, that, and the other. No, I believe in spoiling my woman profusely. I believe in spoiling her on Valentine's Day. But I don't like the expectation that I have to on February 14th, right? I do it because, again, what does it means more to me to see the smile on her face from being showered with all the love and affection than it does for me to prove a point about commercialism, right? And so I just let it go. But I respect the fact that you and your wife have made it 10 years and y'all don't play the game. I'm man. You quit school because of recess. You ain't playing with yours. I am not mad. I am not mad at you. But this is something. The show's over now. I mean, we expressed our point, right? We ain't got nothing else to say on it. So I think we should talk to some other people about it. You down with that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's see who else we got out there. So this brother we're bringing in, friend of mine, friend of yours. It's been a while since you talked to him, I think, and that this brother's a world traveler, so I don't get to see him that much either. But Herb, you out there? Can you hear me?
Man, I can hear you loud and clear. What's going on, my fellow Trojan brothers? How you doing?
Trojans in the house. Fight on.
That's it. Fight on. Fight on. Come on.
Yeah, welcome to the brothers from the 818. Good to see
I
you.
appreciate you guys having me. It's cool looking at you guys with hair in the background, and all of us are bald on this group chat right now. It's hilarious.
You pay USC tuition, you lose your hair, man.
That's right. That's right.
So
how you guys been?
Man, we appreciate you spending some time with the brothers from the 818 tonight. Tonight we are talking about Valentine's Day, and just kind of doing a celebration of the day of wives and so forth. And me and Caleb did already express, Valentine's Day is for suckers. No, we didn't say that. But we talked about the commercialism of it and how it's blah, blah, blah. But, we both believe in taking care of our women and giving them their just due and making sure that they're loved up on any day, not just Valentine's Day. But we didn't, after that, the show was over for me and him. So we said, let's bring in some other cats and see what they think. So, let's, quickly just introduce yourself a little bit. Tell the people who you are, how long you've been married, all that.
Dang. All right. So, first off, my name is Irvin Pikett. I've been married. Wow. Dang, we're going on 14 years this year. That's crazy, man. You was in my wedding, Dave. Hey, I'm getting it right. You're supposed to help me out.
Right.
It's all good. But yeah, man, 14 years of marriage. It's been an uphill climb, but it's been great. The Bible says pick up the cross daily. So you got to work at your marriage and relationship daily. So it's been great. Like David said, I am a world traveler. I work for a lot of A-list artists, traveling around the world. And getting paid to have fun or actually just entertain and bring people together. So that's what I do. But yeah, man, let's get into it. I'm excited about this topic.
Man, we love that. And both Caleb and I we don't have the job like you do, but we talk about how much we enjoy our careers and they say if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. They lie.
That's right.
Hard every day. But
we do, but I love it. Hey, y'all were part of it, man. You guys help. You guys are my senior, but you guys have seen me grow up and grow in the field and just growing the things that I love and that we all love to do. So I appreciate you guys' support. You part of that that village. So I thank you.
Yeah, thank you, man.
That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
So
get into it, Caleb. Hit them up. What you got for them?
So you were talking about 14 years of marriage. Do you have do y'all have a favorite song, a location, a favorite vacation spot, or something that you do on Valentine's Day?
No, Valentine's Day, no. Right
I see
now,
a theme here.
No, by itself. Why not Valentine's Day?
Man, what is Valentine's Day? It's just another day. This should be something you be doing every day for your spouse and your girl, whatever it is, your significant other. This isn't just something you do one time a year. Like, come on, man. You gotta. It's not just necessarily wine and dine, but you gotta, man, court that woman and make her feel good. As they say back in the day, mac on your girl daily. So, I take one day at a time, and that's all I can say. Some days are better than others. Some days, it's cold. Other days, it's nice and warm. So it's good. That's what I like about it. But to get into these questions, I don't have a specific place. I just got her passport after 13 years of marriage. She finally filled out all her paperwork, and we just got the passport during this whole pandemic. So I plan on having her travel sometime as well and get her out. I mean, I'll be truthful with you guys. I've never taken a vacation, period, in my life. My parents dropped me off at college, and they went on vacation, but I've never taken a vacation. So that is actually on my goal board for this year is to actually take a vacation. Like I want to take a little vacation, not only with my wife but with my family,
Uh-huh.
and just be able to do that. So that's where I'm at with that. But Valentine's Day is just another day, you know.
You have a spot picked out
For what?
for your vacation?
For my vacation, man, I
Yeah.
got a couple of spots. You know what it is? I'm trying to see where everyone else wants to go because I get to travel everywhere. So I want to see what's on their plate. My mom can't ride on a cruise ship; she gets real seasick. So it's more of trying to like fly somewhere and go from there. But I'm definitely trying to figure out a place where we all can go. Like I like to, I want to go down to Loon. That's a nice spot. That's not too far from here. Or just going somewhere in the mountains and having a good time as well, and just and enjoying like the scenery and the beauty of everything out there. So,
Nice, nice,
but
nice.
from that, my wife wants to go to Africa and all Maldives and all that other stuff. But we'll get there.
Oh yeah, that sounds wonderful, man.
uh,
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. I'm curious. I'm
yeah.
curious. In honor of Valentine's Day,
Okay.
in the spirit, let's go with in the spirit of Valentine's Day.
Spirit of Valentine's Day.
Right.
Come on.
What would you like to say to your wife? What would you like her to know if she caught this podcast driving on the 405 on the 101 the 5 while she's doing her thing? What would you like her to hear from you?
Um, Babe, I appreciate you. I love you. Um, I've grown to really admire the things that you do for me. You're my support. You're my rib, as they call it. And even though I get on your nerves, I'm gonna say be the first one to say I get on your nerves. But it's all in fun, babe. You're my best friend, and this year, especially being during this pandemic, has really brought us back closer. Because I've been gone the last 5 years, and this has really brought us back closer. And all I can say is I appreciate you more than you know it, more than I ever say it. I really appreciate you, babe, and I love you with all my heart.
That's wonderful, Herb. That's exactly what we wanted to hear.
Yeah,
And I hope that she hears the same thing. I will go on record and say, I was there when you told me that you was interested in her. I was there when you told
yeah,
me that you was asking her out. I was there when you said you proposed.
yeah.
I was there right before your wedding when you were like, Dave, I'm nervous, man. It's been a while. I don't know
And I was sweating bullets. Yep.
take you out and say, all right, I was there on your wedding day, man. And like
Yeah,
everybody else on that beautiful day, I swore to do all I can to
I
protect
appreciate it.
the integrity and the honor of your love and your relationship. And 14 years later, you're still doing your thing, man. So
Yes, we are
as your big brother,
strong.
love you, man. I'm glad to see that y'all doing your thing, and that if we can call anything from the pandemic, it's caused us all to refocus on the priorities.
Yeah,
And if this is a time where you said, hey, I've traveled the world and I've seen all these places, but I've never been on vacation. And I want that experience with my wife.
yep,
After 14 years, sometimes after 14 days, 14 weeks, brothers ain't saying that. A lot of folks ain't
yeah,
saying that. And so
yeah.
glad to know that you're not only holding the torch down, but you represent. I just
I
want to
appreciate
say,
that.
before we let you go, that, brothers from the 818, we believe in supporting and loving our women. We just don't, trip off the fact that it's Valentine's Day. So before we start getting the hate mail, I want y'all to know
It's
that,
all
as
good.
Brother Herb said, it's about loving and honoring and courting your woman, putting that Mac robe
Yeah.
on,
Come on
day
now.
in and day
Hey, come on now. You gotta get it right. It's awesome. Hey, I still look like I did on my wedding day. A few pounds heavier, but I have no facial hair still and no gray hairs. It's all right. I
Oh
appreciate
wow.
to do it,
you. I
man.
look like your emoji. I look like your emoji without the goatee.
That's funny.
We appreciate you. Thanks for joining us tonight, man.
I appreciate you guys having me, man. Keep it going. Much success to you, brothers, and come on, fight on.
All right, fight on, fight
Yes,
on.
sir.
All right, man. Be easy. We'll talk
All
to
right, peace. Yes, sir. Bye.
you. I've been there through the whole time with this relationship and so forth. We can celebrate holidays together in the whole nine. So I like his words, though, man. It always makes me feel good when that younger generation is still stepping up and representing of what it means to be a husband and what it means to be in there for his wife. So I like that.
Yeah, man, I love black love, man. And we're gonna if you're in a relationship more than 2 minutes, you're gonna get on somebody's nerves, right? But what you do after that is really, if you're able to sustain that love and that relationship, that is where the magic happens. That's when it happens.
Man, I know I'm a lot of work. So if you go on a second date with me, I know that, hey, it's gonna be something special.
Yes.
So we not done, man. We got more folks. Like I said, I didn't want this just to be about.
That's cool.
I thought
Bring
about
it on.
So yo, man, we got another brother coming up. Like I said, this ain't just about what you and I got to say, because people hear us all the time. Brother Omar, old college cat, I went to school with. Remember Omar? We got him tonight. Omar, can you hear me?
Sure can, Dave. What's going on?
What's going on, Daddy? Yo, how you living?
Living well. Thank you guys a whole lot for having me on. Looking forward to it.
And thank you for joining us, man. And man, you haven't aged in 25 years, man. I remember rolling up to the Bay and hanging out with Dave up at Berkeley. You haven't aged a bit, man. Good to see you.
Oh, well, thanks a lot, Caleb. It's always a pleasure seeing you. We had some good days behind us, man. Looking forward to many more.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. So Omar, welcome to the Brothers from the 818, man. We're talking about Valentine's Day. So that's this week, and brothers everywhere are gonna be coming out the pocket and celebrating their women in nice and wonderful ways. And we already spoke on what we think. So before we dig too far into it, just what do you think about Valentine's Day, man?
I think it's a perfect day, right? I mean, to set some time aside to spend with your sweetheart, I think is great, and it comes around once a year, every year. So it's always a reason to treat your wife and your loved one, if not so your wife, but it's always a good reason to get out there and do something special. And that's why I really appreciate it. And when you do step out that night, it seems like everybody's on the same vibe, and it just feels even better to see everybody just enjoying one another, and you just see the couples everywhere and they're just enjoying each other. It's just good.
Wow, I like that. Okay.
Yeah, I do like that. Yeah. We've had some conversation prior to you coming on, and we were like, man, Valentine's Day is so commercial. Valentine's Day, they want you to spend $150 on a bouquet of roses, And we were talking about the inequity of Valentine's Day, right? The men are usually the ones that are stepping out and trying to take care of the ladies. So how long have you been married?
I've been married coming up on 25 years, man.
Whoa!
That's right.
Hey, you know what? We could learn a lot from you, man, because your perspective is a little different than what David and I have already shared. But because you put in 25 years, maybe we need to stop and listen a little bit, Dave.
That's right. I think we're about to go to school. So, like our previous guest, I remember when Omar was dating his wife, I was at the wedding, and
yes, sir.
I remember the beginnings and all of that. Tell us a little bit about you and your bride, man.
Well, let's see. We've been married 25 years, but we've known each other for 30. So I met. We had started dating. So that would be a total of 30 years. We actually met in 1989. And we share a lot of things in common. One of our first loves was music. She's a great classically trained pianist. And I had my background in classical music as well. But then I was, as you know, Dave, and Caleb, 89 was the rap time. It was the jazz time. It was all that. So we kind of vibed off one another. I introduced her to the way I saw music. She introduced me to some things as far as classical, even gospel. And we vibed on that note. I think really what was really, really special about her when I met her, and what continues to this day about her is that we she loves to share her feelings and she loves to listen. And I think that up until that time, I hadn't met anybody like that. And so we would have great conversations, and it just really set the bar for what was to come. It's like we could always talk about everything, even when we would disagree, we would always find a way to agree in the end. So it was something really special. I had never met anybody who could have such deep conversation before, and it was great.
I will testify to that, Caleb. I had an opportunity to spend some time with Omar and his wife end of last year, roughly, and it was one of them times where you could see the vibe between a couple, and it's always just again, what did you call it? You said you love black love. It was one of those where you just saw the beauty in it, and more than that, you saw the genuine nature of it. So I love that. So 25 years, man, 30 y'all been together, and you mentioned music. We talk about a lot of music on this show. So
Okay, yeah, right.
do you guys have a song, man, like that song that comes on and you and her both look at each other because you know that's y'all's song? You got one of them?
You know, we do. We have so many, but I think more of her songs. I mean, I know she loves Karyn White and just about everything Karyn White. I wish I had just one particular song. Wow. I know she sees it. She says, "How could you not get that song?" But in any case, it has to be like Karyn White song. It has to be maybe some Luther Vandross. It even is some of the later stuff like Tamia. She liked that. Geez, man, I'm just drawing a blank. I'm really sorry. Geez, I'm gonna have to make up for that one.
Hey,
Yeah, right now.
opportunity. We'll give you an opportunity for that.
Yeah.
It's funny. He said later stuff to Mia, man. That's a little old. That's going. It ain't quite Luther Vandross old, but you still going back.
Right.
To me.
You're absolutely right. I said later stuff because in my mind I was at Luther Vandross at the time.
Right.
In my mind, so I thought I had to move it up to maybe the mid '90s, whereas Luther was way before then as well. So.
Yeah, I was thinking like when you married for 25 years, dating for 30, there's later is relative at that point. It's like, yeah, Luther Luther was in the 80s, right? But you were still doing it back then. So that's cool, man.
Yeah.
After 30 years, man, your favorite song might have a skip in it because it actually came off an April. And
Yeah, I mean, a old Scratch 12 single, right? Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Something that I heard that just put a smile on my face is that you said that you have great conversations with your bride, man, with your lady. I hate when I go out. I'm out to dinner. This is pre-COVID. I'm out to dinner. I see a couple sit down next to me and my wife, and they don't say anything. They're not even holding a conversation. I'm like, man, that couple over there, they hate each other. They must have been married for 25 years. They don't have anything else to say to each other anymore, right? But it put a smile on my face hearing that that's not the case with you and your lady.
Oh yeah, definitely not. I mean, we can't wait to go out. When we do go out, it's like, yeah, let's hurry up, sit down, and then, what's going on? Just how we've always done is we've always caught up on those occasions on things that we just can't say day to day, and it's real. There's a day to day life to it, but when you take the opportunities to sit down and have just that nice intimate dinner, if you have the opportunity to go out, we really do want to know what the other is doing, and it still brings a smile on our faces. We still enjoy each other's jokes and comedy, I mean humor and stuff like that. I mean, one of the things too, my wife and I, we love comedy, and we go to the comedy stores. We go to comedy stores, Laugh Factory, stuff like that. We just have a night out like that and just try to bring laughter into it as well. She has a great sense of humor, and we had 3 kids, And sometimes, getting out and being by yourself was a good release to get alone and to really enjoy one another. So we made the most of it, because earlier in our lives, when our kids were younger, we didn't have those opportunities were few and far between sometimes. So, but yeah, absolutely, Caleb. I see that, and I do wonder sometimes, like, wow, did they have an argument before they got here? Was the reservation not ready? What happened? Because really, with this great restaurant, my wife and I here are having a great time. Why aren't they?
Yeah.
That's what's up. So you said you're gonna have to make up for. We want to give you a chance, brother. Maybe your wife will see this podcast one day. The floor is yours, man. What do you want to tell your bride?
Oh, well, just want to say, Carmen, you've held me up, you've held me down, you've been behind me and lifted me up all these years. And I just hope that you could say the same for me. I do feel that, we've had a great life with some great experiences, and we both turned 50 this year, and we're looking to many more experiences. You are absolutely an amazing woman, a multitasker like I've never seen before. To be able to do all the things you've done and still love me and give me all the attention that I need is extremely special, and I do not take it for granted at all. All the hugs and kisses, X's and O's to you, babe. You really held it down.
We definitely appreciate the share on those, and I'll say it, man, Carmen. Both of you guys just look wonderful. You really haven't aged at all. But Carmen, is that you got a beautiful wife on your hands, man, and your words are just touching and heartfelt. And I hope when she hears it, she knows and feels the genuineness of it. And it's not just because she heard it that day, but because she knows her man and she knows it's true.
Hey, and coming from you, Dave, you've been with us through all these years. That means quite a bit. It's very special. I want to thank you and Caleb for inviting me on this show. And it's top notch. It really feels good seeing you guys put this together. I love the topic, and I just want to wish you even, the best. Hope the podcast grows beyond whatever goals you've already set for it. Yeah, just you guys are class act. Thanks a lot.
Hey man, appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, and appreciate you giving us your time and your sharing your 25, 30 years in your relationship and your marriage. The photos, it's incredible, man. And good to see you as always, Omar.
Absolutely, Caleb. Absolutely. It's always great.
Yes.
All right, brother. We'll be in touch.
Hey, thanks again. Guys, have a good one.
All right. That's what's up, man. Wow.
Yeah, man. That's incredible.
I'm kind of speechless at the moment. That's fire right there.
Yeah. Incredible, man. I don't know where we can end the show now, man. We can end the show now. That was wonderful.
We could. Yeah. I got one more, man. I I can't even say it's over. The benefit that I truly believe you and I both have is that, one, we love hard, right? And so it's to the wheels fall off, to the duct tape don't stick, and that's real. But more importantly, we have people in our lives that show us positive images, as we do others, of what a strong marriage looks like and what it means to be a strong husband and what it means to be in love with that special person and what that means. So our final guest tonight is somebody that is going to continue that. So let's bring him in and you'll see what I'm talking about. So this next brother that I'm bringing in, he actually, he's a friend of the show, man. He was on, I don't know, episode 2, 3, early on. Big J.R. Rucker, fellow Trojan as well. Fight on. JR, you in the house. What's going on with you?
How you guys doing? Thank you. Always at home when I'm talking to the brothers from the 818.
What's up, JR? Hey, what is that? The Cowboys back there? Is that the Cowboys you rocking back there?
Please don't judge me. My wife is a Cowboys fan. We used that during our wedding. I think our wedding had a game thing. So all the guests that attended our wedding signed the jersey.
Oh, I love that, man. I love that. And my wife is a Cowboy fan too. So, we got something in common.
Yeah.
Brother JR, for all of you out there, I want you guys to know that when JR came on our show the first time, he actually blessed us with our first Brothers from the 818 merchandise. The very
Yes.
first thing we had that was a physical item that had our names on it came from this brother. So we've grown since then, man. We've severely increased our membership, and now we're selling merchandise and the whole nine. So we're looking forward to having you back on just to celebrate that success for with us at another time.
Yeah, y'all went Amazon on me. Y'all big time now, man. I have to call your assistant and to your assistant, David, to talk to you. Y'all didn't went Amazon.
Yeah, but you know our
Days
number,
ago.
so you good. Yeah, go ahead and reach out. So, yo, man, today we talking about Valentine's Day. Brothers everywhere, men everywhere are going to be celebrating it. And we've had a variety of guests on tonight, and we've talked about the inequity that occurs with men in Valentine's Day. We've talked about how special it is and how it should be honored and lifted up. They've heard from us. Now they get to hear from you, man. What do you think about Valentine's Day?
For me, is my wife is not like super mushy. I mean, she has her moments, but she's not like ultra romantic. So Valentine's Day is the one day I know I can kind of settle her down. She's I liken to her like a wild Mustang. When I first was trying to court her, she was just like I was just slowly getting those fences closer to her. But I love Valentine's Day. I think I'm a romantic, so I love Valentine's Day. We got engaged at the Cellar in Fullerton. That's where we had our first Valentine's. That's where we got engaged, and it's just been a series of moments. And so she's a collection of all the strong women I have in my life that they have a legacy of went on in our ancestors. She's a collection of all of them, and I celebrate my wife year round, but I love Valentine's Day for sure.
JR, I am curious. I don't know how long you've been married. How long you've been married, and how long were you courting your wife before you got married?
Great question. So I got married in 2014. So in June we'll be coming up on 7 years.
Wow.
The official courtship was only 7 months, but I knew her for 4 years prior to that. And like I said, she was just a wild Mustang. Like she would just show up on my land and be looking at me, and I would be like, "So what are we doing?" And she just be like, "We're just friends." But it was more than friends. So it was just she was all over the place. But Valentine's Day, 2013 is when she made it official that she wanted to be my woman, and then shortly thereafter we got engaged. So I guess Valentine's Day kind of has a special meaning for us.
Sounds like it. It sounds like it.
Yeah.
I have another question for you. I have another question. And by the way, don't concern yourself with your children. This is we keep it raw, real, and relevant, right? And so this is what happens, man, when you're doing it raw and real, right? And you're doing it live. So got a question for you about the inner workings of your marriage. So you guys have a favorite song, you guys have a favorite spot you go to. How does that work out for you and your bride?
So our two favorite songs. One is Adorn by Miguel. Adore by Miguel. And the other one is Real Good Man by his name is escaping me, David, not David Porter, is it? I think it's David Porter, but Real Good Man. We walked down the aisle to that. So that's a huge song for us. And the inner workings of our marriage is, I feel like I married uh, some kind of version of Michelle Obama. Like my wife absolutely was thriving without me. She's a juggernaut of a human being. And every day I wake up and I'm challenged to make sure that I'm the best version of myself, because she is truly an amazing woman and is currently pregnant with our third child.
Love that.
That's what's up. Man, I got to tell you, I love the adjectives for your wife, man. She was a wild Mustang coming into my land. I love that. A juggernaut. You know, before you came on, one of the things Caleb and I were saying is that we love hard. And it sounds like you have that hard love in your relationship, man, that is just real and raw. And I think that's so cool, especially when you can take a day like you said, February 14th, 2013, she said she gonna be your woman. So that day, you know, that was my way, that was my reality. Yeah, that day would always be special. And I'd use it as a reset, right? Even if I was on top of my game February 13th, February 14th, I'm about to step it up another notch and show you that I can handle this juggernaut, that I don't even need a saddle to ride this Mustang, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to do it right. So that's what's up, man. Um, at some point, we are hoping that you have a moment to share this with her. And so, you know, being that that's the case, and what would you say? What would you want to say to your bride right
I would love to just tell Lori how much she's a blessing. She's the woman I prayed for. I was very selective, and I wasn't um, trying to rush it. I wanted to be with the right woman. So she's the woman. She's the woman of my prayers, and she surprises me more and more every day. So I couldn't ask for anything more.
now?
There
Absolutely.
it is, man.
We appreciate you, man, and we want to definitely have you back when we do our anniversary episode. Get you back in, and let's keep having this conversation.
You know what you guys are doing with Brothers from the 818 is a unique conversation every time. I'm a big supporter, and I look forward to wearing and supporting the merch store that's popping off. Thank you so much. You guys be blessed.
All right, be easy.
You as well, man. Appreciate you. Take care, JR.
So that's what's up, man. Wow, that was I got some things to learn about husbandry, man. I mean, I'm not married right now, but wow, those brothers they gave me some different perspectives to look at and step it up. I still feel the way I feel about Valentine's Day. Forget that. And on Valentine's Day, I will love upon and shower my girl with all the love she deserves, and it's because she's worth it on any day, including Valentine's Day. But it ain't just because it's Valentine's Day. I know I'm driving that point home, but that's the truth. So,
Hey, man, it's you drove it all the way home, man. JR said that he mentioned Michelle Obama. He said that's the woman I prayed for. I was over here taking notes, man. He said that she is a collection. She falls into the collection of the other women in his family, right? Um, and in his life. And I thought that was powerful, man. JR, Omar, Irv, they really blessed us tonight, man. I'm really happy that we were able to get them on and hear a collection of different different opinions about Valentine's and the way that they honored their wives. You know, I want to take advantage of this time before we get out of there because I know that we're up against the clock. You know, if anyone's been listening to this show long enough, they know that I've been married for 10 years. I have 3 children, 2 with my bride. And you know, we do have a song, right? Our song is Jacure, Never Find. A lot of people will have to say, well, I ain't never heard that. Well, look it up. All right, look it up. Jacure is our song. And the story that I usually tell is one that um, is one where she and I met in the military. And then the other story is one that I've shared on this podcast before, because we were in the airport and I was introduced to this song by Jacure. And I was like, man, I'm feeling that. I must something going on in here, man. Something going on in this rum punch, right? Something going on right now. And I was like, man, I'm tripping. So I told her, um, put whomever in your life on notice that I'm now taking that spot, right? And that was really our second beginning, because we dated while we were in the military, and then we separated because of deployments and stuff, but we came back, and that was our second beginning there. um, Being married is for 10 years. Omar was talking about 25 years. But my wife and I, we've been married for 10 years. Um, I've heard, I was listening for for the struggle in those that shared, because if you're ever going to do anything in life, and if it's a value, if you value it or if you appreciate it, there's probably going to be some struggle, some work in it, right? But I wake up every day knowing that I'm blessed to have my wife in my life. Like JR just shared, my wife was going to be incredibly successful with or without me. And today, tomorrow, forever, we will be that power couple that we knew we would be when we first got engaged and married. And I'm looking forward to another 10, 20, 50 years together. And so we could continue to live out that dream.
I appreciate that, man, and I hope she hears that and appreciates that as well. I think just out of random reason, more women need to just hear the raw feeling of that raw affection of them from their men. So I thank you for taking that time to share it. I was hoping you would as well, being that you're another married brother that I look up to and respect. Like I said, not married right now. I do have that special lady in my life. You guys all know that, and I honor her and I lift her up, and I want her always to know what she means to me and how special she is. She's my ride or die. She's that one, and when there's that one, you ain't got to worry about another. So we're doing our thing, and so are you, and so are Irv and Omar and JR, our special guest tonight. So we thank them for sharing that time with us. I wish we were in a position where we could, the broadcast, we can't play other people's music and so forth and so on. But my little, closing note for this, for those of you out there, you men, I want to give you guys a challenge. Just, pull up a YouTube. Everybody got a phone or something. Pull up a YouTube clip. Look up PJ Morton, and the song is called First Began. Let the video play and dance with your wife. Just let her be in your arms and listen to the words. A lot of times when people aren't happy with their current circumstances, is because they fail to see what they first saw. And most of the time, it's still there. You just have to look past the forest, look past the trees, and see that beauty that lit your eye on day one. And so check that song out. PJ Morton, First Began. Listen to it and dance with your wife.
Something that you started this show with. You were reflecting on what Dr. Alan Michael Graves shared about men in conversation, and men don't normally have conversations like this. Men don't normally get around the domino table and big up their ladies, their wives, their spouses, their significant other, and not like this. And so I'm glad that we are bringing this to our viewers, because they need to see it. The same way that they need to see successful men coming out of the inner city, like we highlighted last week. They need to see men having conversations about their relationships and the pros, the cons, the struggle, the joy, because there's not enough examples of it. So I'm glad that we did this tonight, Dave.
Absolutely. And those examples aren't just for the men, but for the young men that are coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your son, he's only 2, but he's watching, right? And he's going to learn how to love a woman by watching how you love his mama.
Yeah.
Your daughter is going to love how to receive love from a man by how she sees you love her mama. And so, we got to make sure as men that we are providing those examples, and and always try to be that parent who represents by example and not just in word. You, like I, grew up in a do as I say, not as I do household. And that was just a sign of the times. Nowadays, you got to be that example because that's what your children are going to look for. So we not only have to be that example for other men and learn from other men, but we have to recognize the generations that are following us, that are looking to us for direction.
There it is, man. I think that's a episode, man. I think we got another one in the books.
There it is. There it is. Another one down. You have been kicking it with the brothers from the 818. You are down with it. I'm glad I didn't sing that hook because people wouldn't watch the rest of the show. But you can catch us on YouTube, Facebook. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. We're seeing a growing number of membership, and that's wonderful. We love that. All the streaming channels, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Audible, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. If it can stream, you can catch us on it. We can join you on your commute to work and back. We can join you on your lunch break. You can check us out late at night or on a Saturday morning. Whatever you want to do, we are here. Check out the website, www.brothersfromthe818.com. And you can always just see what's happening with us. What are we doing? Where are we going to be appearing? Any trips we're doing to the Valley, any community organizations we're working with, all of that you can find right there. We appreciate each one of you for checking us out and spending this time with us. We hope that you found some wisdom as we did from our special guest, Irv, from our special guest, Omar, and our special guest, JR, as well as those powerful words that you shared at the end, Caleb. Definitely appreciate it. We need, again, more husbandly wisdom just like that. We hear the negative all the time, and people don't mind talking about it. But to hear men love and honor their wives is a special thing, even on Valentine's Day. And with Valentine's Day coming up, I'm going to say it, take care of your woman. Show her that love, lift her up, let her know how special she is. And if you're anything like me, the fact that she came home or came back for a second date means she's willing to put up with you. So on that note, brothers from the 818, we are out. Peace.
You are down with
The brothers from the 818.